Okay. Okay. Fine. Today, yesterday, where we have completed basic rules of accounting and golden principles of accounting. So, hope you people are understand the what exactly the uh, accounting formulas we can able to depict or execute in SAP system. Hope do you people are having any doubts? Please let me know now. So another couple of minutes I'll give you so we can start into the real class. Do you people are having any doubts on this? And one more thing before I'm starting, Gracie has been sent as such a nice homework document. So you have done correctly the entries which is narrations written, Grace. Great.
And
So
thank you.
keep on good work and do this type of work and you will be easily get it the writing of these narrations, the same narrations you have to implement in the even SAP system also in the real time.
Okay,
You have to post those documents in the general ledger or either in account payables and receivables and banking. These type of you have to do the entries, but the similar differences will be there that we will be explaining in the whenever it will come the time. Okay, so thank
okay.
you for that. Anybody is having any doubts?
No, Lakshmi.
Okay, so coming to the SAP is having an product deliverables how they are doing. I'm going to explain today. There will be a different types of methodologies they used to do the delivery of the project. Project is nothing but it is if you are delivering a project which is consists of finance or it is SD or MM or whatever the module you are delivering the project. That delivering the project there will be some methodology. The methodology initially has been started with SAP methodology. Maybe in your education or olden days, you heard about SDLC, System Development Life Cycle Management. Okay. So the same way in SAP also. Hello. Anybody is having hello. Someone is speaking back and I think. See, if you are speaking, please mute yourself till I complete my lecture. Then you can start asking me the questions. If you are unmute, someone is speaking, it is not clear the voice. Who's speaking?
Lakshmi, I think Grace is on mute. Unmute. Yeah, she is on mute now.
So mute yourself. Okay, fine. See the methodology, which is how to deliver the project on what basis. So initially, if it is a new project where you have different different types of tools which is already your client was working, like it is Tally or other accounting tools, they wanted to move into SAP. So for that, what is the process to implement the methodology to SAP? So how SAP is implementing with the methodology wise how we can get the data from the initial as is means they are running in the current system. For example, I can take it as in a tally is an old tool where they are doing the some bookkeeping and it is a entries posting also they are doing it, but it is not visible as like SAP. So you can't able to showcase that to your client what is debit and what is credit, and the reporting point of view also it is so much of lacking. So SAP methodology will be having 4 pages. The first page is a requirement page. You can gather the requirement on what basis. The basis is you are conducting workshops with your clients. That will be make your project management team direct interrelation with your project team who are currently working as a BAU users like an end users who are working as in a current functionality. So you'll be having multiple workshops and you'll be gathering those information. After requirement gathering, you are preparing one high level design document, what is currently they are running it, and coming to the SAP, what we are going to implement. So, in the requirement gathering stage, you are just listening and writing down the notes what they are giving. Some clients they used to give orally the workshops. Some clients they'll share some PPTs and documentations also. So they'll give some information precisely because they might be expecting more. That's why. So after the requirement gathering phase, you'll be moving into the blueprint. See, blueprint is nothing but you are making some documentation here. You have to create whatever you have taken the information from requirement gathering phase. You have to prepare the documentation in the blueprint phase. This is the phase. In this blueprint phase, you are going to prepare different types of documents. This should be, remember, we do have a BPD documents. We can call it as in a business process document. That is called what is they are currently doing it, and there will be called blueprint document, that is called to be document where you are updating the mitigations is nothing but what are their changes in the previous system to the to be system, what is the to be system you are going to implement, that should be updated in blueprint document. And coming to this blueprint only, we have gathered the requirement gathering. By the time only customer might be explaining they have some custom changes. See, custom changes and the standard changes, there will be a difference. Where the standard changes is you have system you can able to directly do without doing any changes. You are not changing any screen, you are not changing any parameters, you are not changing any values which is given by SAP. Custom changes means the client based. If the client is expecting the report, client is expecting the screen which is different manner. Like I can say that the parameter should be not like that as it is a standard. I need in a shuffled manner, or I need separately the physical year. So separate parameters should be required. Such time we'll be approaching to the technical team, that's called an ABAP team. We can do the implementation of custom changes in the system. Once the custom changes has been done, so particular custom changes we should be preparing our notes, that's called as a functional specification. If it is a technical side they are changing, there will be a technical specification. From the functional side we are changing, we do have a functional specification. The same way, not only the technical changes, in the same way we have a functional side also. If any configurational changes, that will also will be calling it as a functional spec, where you have to prepare what is the change before and after. That you have to prepare that and keep it ready in the blueprint page only, because we just preparing the documentation, we are still not yet started the project. After the blueprint is completed your documentation, you are sending an emails to the your customer or your users who has given the requirement. The requirement which is given you, is it correct or not, and you are started working on re-engineering or reverse KTs, reverse workshops, I can say that. So while you are giving reverse workshop, what you have to do, you'll explain the current what they are following and what is the mitigations, how smooth running your business once you move to SAP S4 HANA. That you'll explain in the blueprint phase, where you'll conduct an reverse KT sessions or reverse workshop sessions. Once it is completed, you both the parties has been agreed here, the requirement is very clear, and you are showing this is in a different, like you are maybe going into the screen sharing mode and explaining that, or either interchanging of your email communications, you might be getting the approvals. Once the approval is completed in the blueprint phase, your document everything is completed and your design document is ready. So either we'll be calling here it is in a blueprint document, or some of the companies it will be calling it as a high level design document, HLD we can call. So now the requirement gathering phase is completed and blueprint is completed. So you have plenty of your data and your design is also ready. What has to be done in the GL accounts, what has to be done in the accounts payable, what has to be done in the account receivable, what are the banks should be created in the banking. All this information you are updating in this document and you are sending this to your client. So the client will be giving the approval for that. The necessary approvals once received it, you will be going to start your design. That is called realization phase. In the realization phase, what you are going to do, you'll start your realization. Realization is nothing but you start building the your configuration as a functional. You have to start your whatever the changes will be there, what client expectation will be there. For example, maybe the client will be expecting, normally in a standard manner we have only one physical year, which is like, maybe the client expectation is I need two physical layers should be activated for my business. So such cases, for example, they might be having in a business areas one or two, and they are exploring their business only the two areas. Maybe their expectation is multiple business areas or multiple business places are required. That type of configurations and the global settings you have to made it in the realization phase. In this realization phase, what has to be start? So in the realization phase only, you really start your system work. Before it seems what you have to do, you'll be having some sandbox. So sandbox, what it is, nothing but it's a play around system. So whatever requirement gathering you have done in the blueprint phase, you might be do all play around here the scenarios which is given by SAP, which is given by your client. What what is their expectations? You just go to that scenario. For example, in the GL, you need their expectation is, in the GL creation, the financial statement versions they need some different manner of like jotted down the GLs in a different manner. Some ALV reports are differently. It is in a normally it is in a script reports. They might be expectation. So you just do in the sandbox, play around, and you can create even the transport request for this. And you can save it this. So you can just do that and you can try to post some transactions. It is working properly or not. So you can see that in the sandbox. This is basically initial project phase they'll give you when the project before starts. So this system it is in a your playground system where you can do the some prototyping like testing. Once this is completed, what has to be start? Real realization phase will start. In this real realization phase, you have a system landscape. You have a development system, quality system. Some companies will follow the pre-production also. Some companies will not follow the pre-production system. Direct to production system, they'll use it. So we have three-tier landscape. So the development system coming to that. So development system, we have two types here. So normally development system we'll call it as a golden client. Okay. So the development system is one is in a configuration system, one is in a integration system. See, configuration system is it's a functional work where the functional team involves like FI, SD, whoever the team which is part of functional, they'll come and do their configurations which is related to the changes what you have discussed in the blueprint phase, and those configurations saved in the transport request. So here we do have a transport request of customization and workbench. The customization request always where you have involved the configurations. All functional configurations will be saved in customization request. All technical related, any code changes, any changes which is belongs to technical, like ABAP, either PIPO, other than your functional models, like technical things. all will be saved in workbench requests. This is the indication, just to keep remember this. So once the configuration system is ready, these TRs will be moved to your integration system. So why we are calling this integration system is, here the ABAP developments will do, and as well as they'll do the some interfaces connection. For example, your data might be coming from other sources also and coming and sitting in SAP system. Based upon that, so they'll be make some connection that will be called as an RFC connection, remote function call, RFC. Based upon RFC connection, they do the connection in between the systems, that is called integration system. Here once the configuration was moved and your technical changes also will be available in this system, by the time will start do the testing, that is called as an integration testing. The initial testing after you are done the uh, a baby of configuration, I can say, it will be start the first testing is integration testing. Integration testing is nothing but not an interface testing. I'm calling as, it's an a whatever you have configured and whatever technical changes are done, those are combinative and you are doing your postings. Once this was successful, whatever scenario you have implemented, that is correct. And here once you have started done the integration testing, the test team will involve. So that is called SAP testers. They'll also do their one round testing and they'll confirm it is working fine. So this is called basically realization phase. Once integration test is successfully completed, this will be moved into quality system. Once quality system it was moved, there will be a quality system, right? I already said that the landscape is development, quality and production. So in the quality system, we used to do the quality test, that is called as an unit test. Normally people used to do the unit test in the integration system also, but as per the standard we used to do in the quality system the unit test. So unit test will be very precise. This is quality. They'll be expecting more data, more master data, more transactional data, and more of this analytical data should be there, and you have to test each and every transaction and the reports also. So in the realization phase, you'll be doing the quality test also. That is called UT. So once this quality test is completed, you are sending to the mail to your the who is given the requirement to you. We have done so and so testing. We have quality testing is completed. Our quality engineer also done the properly done the testing, which is basically quality test is done by who? It will be done by functional team who has completed the configuration and integration related aspects. They used to do the UT testing. Then they'll give it to the tester. So for the testers, there will be separate tools they'll be using. Nowadays, they'll be having different tools. I can call it as for testing, HPQC. Maybe you heard about HPALM also. Okay, HPQC and HPALM and few tools which is called, I can say that for testing Tosca also they are using. Nowadays it is going on this tool Tosca, and earlier there was a tool called for testing directly integrated with SAP, Panaya, and we have different tools. So but mainly the companies are using HPALM, where you have more security. Okay, you'll have test labs testing all the things, test scripts will be loaded in the system, you have to test. So there will be testing tools. So real time we'll be having solution manager, one is, another one is HPQC and HPALM. HPQC for the defects where you have done the implementation, but still some bug fixes or some errors will be there in the configuration, or it is in the technically, you'll be rising some defects in the HPQC. The same will be implemented in the system. Again, you have to do the testing in the same manner what I have explained. Like you'll do the integration testing, and then you can do the UT testing, and then you'll be moving into the changes to the actual system after confirmation from your user. There will be an calls will be conducted every week. That will be some stipulated time. Each every client will follow. Normally, European clients will follow. They'll be having some changes in the changes has to be completed by Monday. And the cab calls, so cab call is nothing but you are demonstrating to the customer what is as is system, what is the changes has been done for your bug fix. That will be moved into Thursday. Wednesday you will be having some cab calls. Like this type of processes will be there, that will be going further, I'll be explaining. Now we are in the realization place. So in the realization phase, we'll be doing everything of the configuration ready of the system. So coming to this, we have, after the realization phase, we have called pre go live. So in the pre go live phase, what you are going to do? In the pre go live phase, what you have to do is cut over activities. So you might be having a doubt, what is cutover activity? Cutover activity is nothing but any your period ending balances, like the last previous year, previous month's balances, you are moving it here directly, but it is not direct to the your system. There will be a firefighter system will be there in the middle of that, that will be created by basis team. You will be executing all your cutover activities in the firefighter system, that is directly synchronization with your actual system. Actual system is nothing but production system. So here what you'll do here, um your pre activities of pre cutover activities, I can call it as balances movement, and some are number ranges. This is a number ranges will be system to system you have to do. It is there is no TR moment for this. So you have to do that. Each and every system you have to do, like development, quality, and product, and master data. So what are the master data in the system? We have master data of general ledger, like GL master data, cost center master data, profit center master data, and WBS also we can call it as a master data, all cost objects related. So those are master data. You should not be moved through TR movement. It should be created each and every landscape. Development is a one landscape, and quality is another landscape, and production is another landscape. But these three systems should be synchronized in the same manner. So such a way we can create. For that, we will be using different tools. So when I'm explaining the system, I'll explain that. So how to do the tools and how to load the data, master data, and even the transactional data into the system to system. Okay. Once your pre go live means pre cutover activities, all cutover activities are completed. So it will be start your post go live. This is then a phase where you have to do the more documentation, because whatever you have done in a development and quality and in the UT testing, all are, it is you are already submitted. Here, whatever new changes you have done, you have to prepare some training materials. As a functional person, you have to create that function education documents, we can call it as, or it is a training materials. You just have to give the demonstration to them. So how to use this, how to use this transaction, how to use this Fiori app, you have to explain. That is called basically training document. Nowadays we are making this training documents in Signavio. Signavio basically it will create some flows based upon the new changes. That will be going further, I'll explain how the Signavio will work out further. So we are completed the realization phase and pre go live and post go live. Once this training material is completed and you have done the training, that is called, we can call it as an UAT training. Okay. user acceptance training or user acceptance test also we can call it as. We can do the testing user acceptance, and then we are preparing same documentation for the purpose of further references to post the documentation in the system for the client purpose. So what is before change and after changes it is there, you are explaining to the your client, so which they are happy, they'll give you the they'll give you the approval which is go or no go. So this is basically in a normal terminology. In the real time we can use it. No, go or no go. Go means you have to move the changes to the production. No go means they'll be having some conditions. They'll be We are not reaching their expectation. They'll be having some comments. We have to do something, rework on that. That is the thing, it will be give. So mostly we are already following up with the requirement gathering phase to realization phase, till the cutover phase. We have done everything which is precisely, but still they are having some doubts or it is having some gaps, so we have to start again. So by that time our go live will be little delay. This is basically methodology how your SAP product will be delivered. So this is basically a SAP methodology. We have different methodologies called even agile methodology. SAP methodology is in a waterfall framework model. Waterfall framework model is nothing but you should be knowing this basically, because it might be asking what is waterfall framework model. You have to answer that in the interview. So waterfall framework model is nothing but the SAP product from requirement gathering phase to till the realization phase. Only the consultant will work. No customer will involvement will not be there. No customer will come and giving and seeing the system. They don't have any accesses for this. This is called an SAP methodology. They don't have any involvement. You are directly updating based upon the your requirement gathering. You are preparing and configuring everything, and you are preparing the UAT document and giving it to the customer. Now the customer coming into the picture in the quality system, they'll start digging the errors and all. This will be basically it's an there is no interlink between the customer and the configurator who are doing the consultant the configuration. They don't have any interlink between the users in the realization phase time. This is called waterfall framework model. So there is no interlink. So because of this, we are getting more issues. Because while you are implementing in the development system only in the realization phase, if customer will involve and they'll be having an a same system access, they can see that what you are implementing. After the testing, they can also see that this is not correct way. This is you have to do this. So there will be discussions will happen. By such time, you'll be doing the some changes and your errors will be reduced more. Okay, so the time consumption also very less by that time if the customer is also involving in the your configuration phase where you are showing the only the transactions which is posting. So this is where it is drawback for waterfall framework model. Based upon that, there will be other methodology came that is called agile methodology. Agile methodology will be having there is a very less documentation. I have explained more documentation in BPDs, blueprints, and you have to create so many test documents. That is very less in Agile. Agile methodology is a waterfall framework model also will be there. It is including of Agile. Here what it will start now from requirement stage to till your pre go live and post go live stage. Your customer means your users will be involving in each and every page, and they do have an a system display access to see the what you are doing it, what are the scenarios you are implementing in the system, but they are not knowing what exactly the backend it is going on. They know they wanted what they wanted. They need what are the transactions where their expectation is meeting or not. Okay, their daily business is correctly running with this scenario which is implemented in S4 HANA. Their expectation is like this. So they'll be come and see in the integration system. your whatever the tested transactions which is expecting their expectations, so they'll check it. So because of that, your errors will be reduced and time consumption also very less. So the the project go live also we can do within a year also, based upon the what it is, no expansion of the project. Some projects might be 10 company codes will be there. Some projects may be 100 plus. Some projects will be 500 plus company codes will be there. This is basically agile methodology. So till an agile methodology, there will be a drawbacks again. No documentation, and but still we do have some customer involvement. But here the customer's expectation is still we are lagging in the agile methodology. We need very fast the product development, like very fast they want delivery of the product. So for that, it was introduced Activate methodology, which is came up with S4HANA. So the Activate methodology, which is how it will run. So initially, the user will give access. User means the user side authorization team will give access to you as a consultant. You have to check as in a development system what is their functionalities. That is called as in a phase called. It is like it's a requirement gathering phase where we will call it as it's in a initial stage. After that, there will be a call. There is no documentation here. We'll be calling it as some some page will start. Like this some page, what it has to be done is whatever currently in the system, it will grab the sum. This sum what has to be done, no? The sum step will be updated in some transactions, like all your financial transactions, all your as is data will be stored here. That data will be stored in transport request. The transports will be moved to the whatever the new system you wanted to do. That is called an greenfield system we can call. So that system will be moved. So here you are not doing anything. All previous configurations directly moving into the your new system. Here what you have to do, after moving the system, you are not changing your system into S4 HANA. Your already system is S4 HANA, but your application is not S4 HANA, because you just moved the TRs. That is called as a retrofits, we can call it as in a simple terminology. So once it is moved this in the sum tool, you will be doing some mitigations. That gaps you are filling it. For example, I can say that in the S4 HANA, classic asset accounting to new asset accounting, you have to do some changes. But in ECC, we don't have accounting principle option, it seems. Coming to the S4 HANA, we have an option mandatorily you have to update accounting principle against to your chart of depreciation. That has to be done. So all this done, you have to ready inconsistency checks also you have to do in the system, your S4 HANA system. Then you can activate your application for the S4 HANA compatibility. So this all will be your time reduction will be here more. So this is some. Then you'll start testing. There will be a testing phase will start. Then it is a cutover. Then it will be go live. This is the process in the activate methodology. So finally, we'll call it as the go live phase. We can call it as a run phase, where you have to do. This is basically a methodology um, where you have to deliver the product. So coming to this, you might will be getting some doubts. What exactly will do the TRs. So TR is nothing but whatever data you have done or configuration you have stored, that will be carrying to the other system. Other system means it is not in a separate system. It's within your SAP system. It will carry whatever configuration objects you have done through tables. It will update. It will be updated in some tables. It will be updated in some programs. It will be updated in some configuration nodes. This will be carried through transport request. This transport request will be moving into the one landscape to another landscape. So till now, you people are any having doubt, please ask me here. I'll stop it. Then I can start next topic now. I'll give you 2 minutes.
Lakshmi, could you please repeat the differences between ECC and S4HANA?
Mm, till I didn't start the what is the changes in S4 HANA and ECC,
Okay, okay,
but
okay.
I'll explain here
Oh,
only.
yeah.
But first of all, before I'm explaining, I wanted to show you people what exactly the easy access screen, what is the keys is you have to use it. That I'll
Mm.
show you now. But
Okay.
till now, you people are clear about the transport request
Yes,
and the
yes.
methodology should be how to implement this and all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is basically key things, and also it might be asked this type of questions in a interview. So what is the methodology you have used for the so and so implementation project? Then you have to say that I have used agile methodology, how to do this, how I have done it as a SAP methodology, how I have done activate methodology, how I have done. So coming to this team, so if you people not having any doubts, I'm moving on now. So we have three types of projects. There will be a one project which is called as a greenfield implementation, another is in a brownfield implementation, another one is in a application maintenance support. These three are a different types of functionalities, different types of means. So meaning, I can say that because each and every project is having interrelation, but you have to link up that. See, greenfield implementation is nothing but you are doing from the scratch. Means you have other system earlier like any ECC system or tally, other financial systems. You are gathering all the information and you are doing from the scratch, means you are doing from the initial stage of what they are doing the business. Means you are creating some company codes, you are creating profit centers, cost centers, all hierarchies you are creating. You are doing the all the configuration of global settings, and you are starting all your transactions and showing to them. And you have starting from the requirement gathering phase to till go live phase. Entire thing the configurator means consultant will be responsible, and they are doing it, and they'll be delivering this project. So what I have already explained, SAP methodology, agile methodology, and activate methodology, these three will be useful mostly for the greenfield implementation. So you have a data but you are doing from the scratch. Coming to the brownfield. Brownfield, we'll be having different naming terminologies. Brownfield project, conversion project, migration projects, these three are same. If they are ask you the questions, have you done any migration project? Yes. Have you done brownfield project? Yes. Have you done conversion projects? These three are same. But company to company will use different terminology. But these three are layman terminologies in SAP. They'll call. Okay, so coming to the brownfield project, we have different types of approaches. We have standard approach. We can call it as a standard brownfield. We have a different approach called POC, posting approach. Only posting data will be converted. Here, most of the involvement is functional person has to be put some logical thinking, because your ECC system or whatever earlier system, they'll copy the production copy or cloned copy, they'll separate it. You will do the start your configurations of gaps here. So your all ECC functionalities still will be there. You will not be going to do any configuration. Only the gap configurations only will be implemented, and you are activating your system as per the application. For example, I can say that general ledger. We have a classic general ledger. You'll be activating new GL functionality. And also we have a new asset accounting. We have in ECC classic asset accounting. You are activating new asset accounting. Like same wise, we have an general credit management. You are activating a new credit management. In banking also, you have a basic bank management. You are going to be activate a extended bank management, or there will be a basic cash management also there with the workflows, without workflows, like this. So this type of application you'll be going in the system. There will be a node for that, and you are activating that application. So brownfield is very easy, but you have to put more attention on this, and logical thinking also. And here brownfield also you have functional specs also will be there, whatever changes, but the previous code which is in the system in the ECC, that will also copied here, just and changes will be done by the ABAPers, and they'll give you to the testing. But mostly the brownfield implementations, max to max it will take 8 to 8 to 12 months, not taking more than that. Depends upon the business, I can say that. So, for example, if the company is having very big company, I can say that 400 to 500 company codes implementation. By that time, it might be taking more time. But 10 or 20 company codes, max to max, you can complete 6 months brownfield implementation. Coming to the application maintenance support, they'll be calling a short form of AMS. Okay, so this application maintenance will be starting with the, you'll be having a priorities here. What is priorities? You'll have a service level agreement where we'll call it as SLAs, and we'll be having a priorities called P1, P2, P3, and P4, and as well as the separate tickets of problem tickets where you'll create some problem tickets. So what is exactly SLA? So after the implementation of the project, you have done the post go live like production, there will be a starting of some issues for the customer. They'll be starting in a rising an incident. For that, there will be a tools called service now they'll use. Earlier days, in the olden days, it was introduced by IBM Remedy. This is the basically best ticketing tool they used to do. They will be having direct interrelation with SAP, and they'll be creating one incident for so and so it is missing. We'll be resolving like that. So service now also we have three types here: basics and moderate and advanced. So in the service now you can able to load your test results also through Word document, whatever you have to do the documents like Excel, whatever the documentation you can load it. So in the service now they'll be creating some P1 tickets or P2 tickets and P3 tickets you'll be resolving as a functional person. So in the AMS, normally we will be calling as L2 or L3 team as a functional consultant. So what you have to do, P1 is on a priority basis. So P1 is very high, where you are getting financial stoppages. They are getting some financial problems when the P1 ticket has not been resolved. So that will be a very high level. So there will be a response time for these P1 tickets and P2 tickets and P3 tickets that I'll explain here. So P1 is a priority of and a very high level ticket where you have to give the response within 15 minutes, and it should be resolved within 4 to 8 hours. So normally in the IT, our 1 day calculation is 8 or 9 hours. So within 8 or 9 hours, you have to give the resolution. If not the resolution, at least you provide the temporary resolution to them to continue their business financial transactions. This is a priority of P1. This is basically we can call it as an overlapping of anything it is happen. For example, it is breaches any P1 that will be impact on your company management and your financials also. So that is a basically service level agreement they used to do when they have signed the SOW, statement of work, we can call it as. So the P2, P2 is the next high level, not next normal level ticket. We can call it as it's a high level, and the P1 is a very high level. Okay, so P2 where it will be, you have to respond for that issue within half an hour, and it should be resolved by any one business working day. Means one business working day means when the P2 ticket came, within a business working day, you have to completely give the resolution. For these also, you can provide temporary solution. Then furtherly analysis, you can do the back end. That is also required. Coming to the P3, P3 you'll have a medium level of ticket where you have to do the within 5 business working days. 5 business working days you have to be complete this, and you have to provide the permanent solution. Coming to the P4, you'll be having a 10 business working days, you have to complete your resolution, which is very lower ticket. Coming to the problem ticket. Problem ticket is nothing but similar type of issues. For example, company code 001, 101, 10, 102, 10, 1003, 1004. These all company codes, similar type of issue came. So, for example, I can say that some payment method is missing. That payment method is there in the system while doing the transactions. It was showing that F110 they are running it. It will be missing something. It is showing that. It's a very small issue, but they are rising, and a similar type of incident for other company code one ticket, another company code one ticket. So these all tickets you are making as a one parent ticket. Under that you are making all these child tickets attaching that. So that will be calling as a problem ticket, because you have 10 tickets which is sibling tickets, and one mother ticket you are creating, that is called as a parent ticket, and attaching that. Once it is resolved, this parent ticket, all your tickets will be resolved. That is called a problem ticket. This will be made in the service now tool. Basically this will be used by consultants. Even the end users also, they can see this and they can use this, because they'll be creating the incidents, they'll also see this tool. So company to company it will be changed. Some people will use solution manager, some people will use maybe a what we'll call it, a solution manager and a service now. Some people will use Jira, some people will use active control for the TR movements and as well as ticket creation. Some people will use ALM also, HPQC also. They'll create tickets also in the HPQC. There will be a functionality for that. So these type of different tools will use, but functionality is similar. Okay. Coming to this TR movements, there will be a process. Some companies will be use active control from the moving and a TR from one system to another system. So mostly the generation which is now using, we'll call it as a charm change management tool, where you'll create an development level the TR. Once the movement is done, there will be a workflow will be triggered to your manager. Manager will approve, then it will go to the testing. Then once it is testing is completed, it will be asking to the some integration testing. Uh, Different levels of testing that will be updated. There will be a tool for that. Same and a tool will be utilized for ticketing also. So we'll call it as a charm tool, that is charm process. How the charm process will be creating, how many TRs will be creating for one change, those are all will be monitored here. For the monitoring and tracking purpose, most of the companies are using charm process. So, for example, best example is almost 10 years onwards, TCS is using charm process only. I can say that. So, most of the companies they'll use charm process for the TR moments. This is basically AMS. So, in the AMS, we'll be having 24/7 support. Most of the times, companies will follow. So, this will be based upon the shift basis, will be there, this type of jobs. So, these are the project deliverables in the greenfield and brownfield and AMS support. These are will be there. Apart from this, one more is there, that is called rollout. Rollout means you are already done the implementation of few company codes, which is greenfield, but customer is asking to do the other company codes also. It will be moved to the S4 HANA system. By that time, what you have to do, you have to do the rollout, because if it is the same localization principle, same configuration, what you have to do, just copy paste the from the that company code to which is already implemented company code to this company code, just to do the changes of some naming conventions. That will be very easy methodology. You will complete rollout within 3 months. So this is rollout. So currently what I said, it is in a basic interview questions. They'll ask you how many implementations you have done, how many rollouts you have done, how many AMS projects you have done. They'll might be asked what is exactly AMS, what is the greenfield you have done, how it is started greenfield, on what basis you have done the requirement gathering. You
Lakshmi,
can say
sorry to
that.
interrupt you. AMS, people, do you know the what is mean by AMS?
So you are keeping quiet means which I'm saying correct or not? So
Yeah,
you are
that's
not
what.
listening.
Yeah, what is mean by AMS? I'm asking the, I mean, person.
My dear friends, please respond. What
Annual
is
maintenance
exactly AIM?
specialist.
Sorry,
Sorry?
Application management system.
What?
application maintenance support.
So that means it come under support project.
Okay, so after the implementation of the project, you'll be doing the maintenance support. For example, I can say that after your greenfield implementation, how many knows that there will be an option called pre go live and post go live support, that is called as an hypercare support. Anybody knowing this word? Please respond.
Pre-go live means before we are testing that.
Correct. So
So
do you
post live
people
means
know
once
that
it is go live. Once it is
post
go
go live
live,
support?
yeah, post go live. Yeah.
So that is called as an hypercare support. Normally the companies will agree 6 weeks or 3 week support, like 1.5 month support, till they'll close at least one financial period. Period means 1 month. They have to close their book. For that purpose, that is smooth running of our project, which is delivered correctly or not. That is called as an post go live support or hypercare support. They used to do. So after that, it will be start the AMS. So you people are already, I am pushing out the name AMS, means application maintenance support. Don't forget all these things, sir. This is very precious to you. So you have to be remember this. How to do this. All these approaches and brownfield, what are the different approaches? No one can give you this proper explanation to you people. I am saying this. And also
And
I am already explaining that this is a chance to come in an interview question also.
and you have to update these things in your resume. How many
Yeah, you
projects you
have
have
to update
involved.
in your, so many people are
Mm.
lagging with the how many implementations, how many support in our career summary. People will not
Mm.
write how many implementations you have done, how many rollouts you have done, how many brownfields you have done, how many AMS supports you have done. This will not be mentioned. This is mandatorily to mention, because nowadays the calls are coming based out of this only. If you have done more implementations, more supports, and more brownfields, people will be looking for that, because the person is having more skillable, more capability. They feel that. Okay. See, guys, you just understand this. First of all, what I said, because I'm going in a flow, but you people are understanding in a different manner. I can see that now. Kodandapani is asking some question, but you're not giving answer properly. So that is not my expectation. If I'm teaching something, my expectation is different. You have to grab. You are not a kids, right? You are already having a work experience. You are already working employees. Grab this knowledge, and this will be a chance to ask in this. Already I have explained 5 interview questions. In this 5 interview questions might be asked 2 or 3 questions definitely. You might be knowing that once you have faced the interview, yes, ma'am said correct, then only he'll be recognized, no, ma'am is correctly teached or not, right? So coming to this, can you see my Word document now? Can you please confirm?
No, I can see this no diagram you posted, right?
Okay, okay. Let me stop and reshare. Yeah. So how after you are installing your SAP system, how looks like I'm showing here. So once you have installed in your system, so it should be displayed the logon pad like this, and this is the logon pad, how it looks like. Okay, it will be created like this, and you have to give your client number, which is given, and your username and password, and you have to log in. Once you have login, your easy access screen will be looks like this. There will be two options here. One is SAP menu, another one is user menu. So once you have a system, you can try it. And also I was supposed to say that SAP system is always will be depending on transaction codes. You have to type the transaction code and go to the particular screen which is expected. So always you remember the SAP transaction codes to do the your configuration or transactional postings also. Okay, so you'll have a menu, but these all are notes. You might not be remember that. If in interview questions, what is the transaction code for opening of period, they'll ask. You have to be immediately respond, this is the transaction code for opening of period, closing of period. You have to say that. So those are the transaction codes. Coming to this, once you have opened in easy access screen, what is exactly this icons, what is indicates? Basically this is in a command field where you are inserting your transaction codes to open your particular table or transactions. Okay, this is totally a menu bar. You'll be having menu, edits and favorites and extra, and system and help. System is nothing but you'll be having what are the exactly system version. For example, you are using 2022 version of S4 HANA or 1909 or 2021. All this information you will get it in the system bar. Coming to this command field, I have already explained. And standard toolbar. This standard toolbar expansion of this will be indicates each and every icon and a different functionality. That will be there in the next slide. I'll show you. So coming to this is the easy access screen. This is window title where you can go to the any other S4 version. It will be there. This easy access screen window title, and this is an application bar. What is the exactly applications will be there here, and you can save the favorites, which is you wanted to daily use your transaction codes in the favorites, and directly you can click here. Okay, and these all your easy access menu tree where you have to do the some configurations. And the status bar, here the status bar, it indicates your system, what is the system, like it's a development system, quality system, or which screen you are opening. And T code also it will be display here once this pop-up will be open. Your T code or program, or either it is a system name, and your network also will be display here point wise. Okay, and coming to this is the buttons where you can utilize in the daily when you are using SAP system. This is help button where you can get the documentation of particular item which you have opened. For example, I can say that FB60, that is vendor invoice creation. When I am creating a vendor invoice creation, what you have to input in the help document, it will be there. You just click on the help document, it will be display that what have to give, but it is not given the data, but what have to be inserted, it will ask, it will say to you. That is in a help document. And coming to this is in a customizing layout where you can change your themes or your font size or your color. All this will be there in this layout. Coming to this is generation of shortcut. You can create some shortcuts also. For example, normally in the SAP screen, it will allow only 6 screens only you can able to open. For that, you can give the generate of shortcuts you can create here. And coming to this, create new sessions. If you want to create a new session which is already you are there in the other session, just click on this option. It will be create automatically another session, and it will be display the your easy access screen. And coming to the find bar, this is find bar. This symbol you have to go get it, and you can find whatever you want. Okay, like what is exactly you are expecting. For example, you have opened some list of company codes, you want some 10101 company code, you want to search, just click on this item in the list, it will be show there, and just put your company code, it will be search that. This is called find button. This is cancel button. Normally it will be basically populated in red color. You can just cancel the session also while you are in the session if you don't want to continue with that session. And this is exit version where you can click on the exit, you'll be out of that screen. This is exit button. This is the back button. You are already working something and you have done something and you wanted to go back from the you wanted to see something in the other screen where you have done. So you just click on the back button, it will be route to you the back button, back screen like previous screen. And this is finally a save button. Once you have done some transaction posting, you just click on the save or post. You can call it as, it will be posted that document. These are the basically daily you have to use this documentation, this type of all keys. Be remember that. Some people SAP knows or unknown people also sometimes they'll be forget this all buttons. What is shortcut button, everything. They'll definitely remember. They have to remember, but sometimes they'll miss out. So that's what I'm just saying, that you might be using this in the daily purpose. So just remember this. And coming to the shortcut, F3 is for the back to previous screen. Whatever the screen currently you are there, if you wanted to go previous screen, you just go to the F3 back previous screen, and F8 for the execution of program. You'll be having some program. If you go to the SE38 transaction code, there will be a option called execution button. So that is directly if in your laptop or it is in a desktop, you just in your keyboard just click on F8 button. It will be display that this no, it is executed that. And F7 is display object. Whatever the object you have displayed earlier, you can display that. So this is basically entire shortcuts which is functional people can use normally. uh, uh, Number of sessions will be created 16 sessions in the basis team, but most of the times we can utilize only 6, not more than that, because that will be confusing the people if you are opening more than 10. That's what basis people always used to give. Only 6 sessions should be open for the each landscape. This is basically how looks like your system, easy access screen. So maybe there'll be enter something, it is a transaction code, it will be routing into the next screen. So this is totally in a backend system. Backend system is nothing but where you are doing the some configurations or technical changes. This is called backend system. In S4 HANA, there will be introduction of front-end application that is called Fiori. These all transaction codes are converted into Fiori apps. Those Fiori apps you can use as in a transaction codes. The similar look and feel is similar, and the look and feel of the screen will be different manner where it is a web tool. So in the web tool, how it will be displaying. Nowadays, all banks are using Fiori now. So if you can go to the revenue departments, or SBI, Axis, all these banks they are using Fiori. That is implemented by our consultants, our SCP consultants. So the S4 HANA best functionality is one is Fiori, another one is Copilot. Maybe you people are using the Copilot also for searching anything new. Like if you go to the Google page, it is if you are typing something you want, Copilot will open and will give you the answer. It's the same thing in Fiori also will be there. If you wanted to connect with some user, if you go and say to the Copilot in the audio manner, they'll search for that person is available in the online within the company. If it is there, they'll send the Copilot will send an a hi message. If he is available, he will be updating. If any approvals is required for that particular document you are posting in Fiori, they'll approve it. So this is the functionality which is came up with the Fiori. Now it is advanced, it is coming even Gen AI also, generative AI also it is coming into the picture. Even it will be creating some avatars for that, and so immediate responses also coming within some few seconds. That has to be go for the approvals or any changes will be there. AI will be doing that. That will be explained in the later stage. So as of now, I'm winding up this call. Uh, any doubts, please raise it. Hello. Hello. Please unmute yourself and ask me the questions if it is any questions is there. Do you people are any doubts in this session? And people be remember this because there might be asking a few interview questions on this. I think
Uh,
Grace, your voice is disconnecting, dear.
so actually, Lakshmi, actually, I need a methodology. One
Mm-hmm.
more again.
Yeah, sure. We'll definitely explain tomorrow one more time the methodology. With methodology you're lagging.
Actually, you told as well. As a activate something you are told,
Yes,
right?
correct, correct,
Yes.
correct.
uh,
Hmm. So you're
Because
confusing with this?
yeah, correct. Whatever you are saying, if you are giving that PPT means we can able to understand easily. That's what.
Sure, sure. Tomorrow I'll provide that. No issues.
Okay.
Uh, so that's answer your question. Any other? Anybody is having doubts?
Yeah,
Manjula,
Lakshmi, that SAP methodology, any documentation is there? Previously, you had
definitely,
been
definitely.
five methodology is there. Then activate methodology is the new functionality right in S4. No?
Yes, correct. So the activate methodology will be using for the S4 HANA where you wanted to deliver the project. Anybody is
Uh,
having doubts?
yeah, document is there is better fine understanding
Yeah,
for the.
I'll share with you people the documentation. I do have a documentation in the Word document. I'll share with you in the group.
Yeah, okay, fine. Thank you, Lakshmi.
Yeah. Anything else? See, people, are you following my teaching? Anything which you are lagging? Please let me know.